This is the Day 1 summary for the I-75 leg of the Ohio Crop Tour, brought to you by AgroLiquid, for the soil, for the plant, for the future.
Bill Mullen with Maria Stein Grain, sales agronomist. Today looking at diseases in the corn and the soybeans. For the most part, we saw a gray leaf spot, common rust, some northern corn leaf blight. Mostly below the ear. We've seen some above the ear, which I don't feel hurt yields. Some fields are sprayed with fungicides and insecticides, some weren't. As far as soybeans go, Septoria brown spot and sun death syndrome were evident in our soybean fields.
Bob Black, Wert County. I guess I'm going to talk to you about the variability of the maturity of the crop. We saw corn today from denning to some that's just pollinating. Matter of fact, it wasn't enough kernel size there to get the yield. 2 fields was that way. Depends on mainly, I guess, on whether it was replanted or whether it was planted first and the rain didn't take it out.
Brent Pence, Clark County crop farmer. The thing that I noticed the most traveling today was the lack of rainfall that these guys have gotten in all these counties after getting deluged all spring. Some of the producers said they had 40 inches up to almost wheat time, and the cracks are in the ground really bad. And obviously, you know, the different stages of the crop, if they could just get some rainfall, it would be tremendous, especially on the soybeans. And then the few fields, like Bob said, that we're just now pollinating would be very beneficial for them. So amazing how dry it's gotten after the wet spring they've had.
Paul Ralston, Hardin County farmer. We've seen some extreme variability from county to county and field to field, depending upon planting dates. But we have not seen that variability within the fields like I kind of thought we would. With the 40 inches of rain that some of these fields have had, you would have thought we'd have seen areas that was completely drowned out or showing an extreme yellowing or something like that. But pretty much, for the most part, they've all been pretty well even. We've seen where early rain and early planting really hurt some population, but for all in all, there's a pretty decent crop out here. So that's been one of my surprises. Bean wise, same thing. I mean, there's some differences in the population, but all in all, there's some fairly decent beans. So a pleasant surprise to a guy that's been saying all year that I didn't think I was going to have much for crop, but it's a pretty good crops out here for the weather that they've had to endure.
And now we have Jenny in the field talking with Farmer Dave.
Dave, this corn has some noticeable differences. Tell us what's going on here.
Well, I know AgroLiquid had helped me out a lot last year, but I've been using my old fertilizer program for a long time. So I decided to do a comparison, AgroLiquid versus a conventional program. So far, the differences are pretty obvious.
Looks clear to me.
Absolutely. AgroLiquid is going to take the championship here.